Welcome to the weekly web talk series of Vedic wisdom. This week we will be talking on Ayurveda. So Ayurveda is a part of the ancient Vedic lore which help people to live a better quality of life. Like every Vedic science helps people to improve the quality of life and attain the goals of life. So long ago, people lived happily without any diseases in a time called Sakti Yuga. So the quality of the mind, the purity of the mind was so high, there was no diseases. Diseases were there, but it didn't have any chance to manifest through the body or mind. The purity was so high. And because people lived like day-to-day life, they were fruitarians or rootarians. And this continued. After some time, there were overindulgence. When there was overindulgence, slowly heaviness started happening in the body. And when heaviness started, there was laziness and inertia. So because of laziness and inertia, people started the habit of accumulating. They will accumulate for the future. So when the accumulating habit started, along with it came greed, and then manifested jealousy, and then hatred to people, hatred to the other people who did collect more than them. Like that, then it started, anger. So then the diseases started happening. This was towards the end of Satya Yuga. Then when there was diseases started, there was discomfort and dis-ease. Then there was a quest how to deal with this. And then there was a seminar at the root of Himalayas in a place called Naimishikairanya. This is what history says. So this seminar was with a lot of rishis or seers or saints, highly evolved intellectually and in wisdom-wise, highly evolved group of people. They sat together, and Rishi Bharadwaj noted down all the knowledge which evolved. This is how Ayurveda was born. And there was, always there was intelligence. There was no dearth of intelligence in the cosmos. Sometime, whenever there was a need, it was downloaded from the cosmic intelligence. It was downloaded to the mind. So it is said in the scriptures, it is said Brahma Spritva Ayusho Veda. That means Brahma downloaded it. And then it was passed to Daksha Prajapati. And from there it was passed to Ashwini Devas. Ashwini Devas are the twin gods. Like Vaidyas. We call Ayurveda physicians as Vaidyas. So they were the divine Vaidyas. And from Ashwini Devas it was transferred to Indra, the collective consciousness. And Indra gave the knowledge to humanity, because at that point of time this knowledge was needed. There is another saying about Ayurveda, a beautiful shloka which says, Rase siddhe karishyami nirdaridryam idam jagat. That means this knowledge of Ayurveda is given to the humanity to take out the suffering of the world. So suffering happens through body and mind. So this is a science which helps us to take out the suffering from the body and the mind. So this is the history. So it is nice to know how this science has evolved. And then several centuries it was just passed on from the master to the disciples, and then later on it was written down. That is what is available for us now as Charak Samhita, Sushruta Samhita, Ashtanga Hridaya, Ashtanga Sangraha, and several Agnivesha, Tantras. Different books are available, different scriptures are available. So, see, every Vedic science will not have any limited understanding or limited application. It considers life as holistic. life is not compartmentalized in any of the Vedic sciences. So life has four manifestations. Life exists, life evolves, it expresses, and it extinguishes. And this span is called lifespan. This is what we call Ayu. So Ayurveda is, Ayu means the lifespan, and Veda is knowledge. So knowledge about life. Everything which happens in the life. That is what Ayurveda tells us. So maybe we can consider Ayurveda as a manual for human life. So this manual tells us what to do to lead a happy life or a fruitful life and take out the potential at its highest. And also tell us what not to do. You do certain things, you follow certain things, you eat certain things, then you can end up in a miserable life. So, and also Ayurveda is the one speciality is it is holistic. Like body and mind are equally considered. And it is not, we cannot say it is a medical science. It is a science about every aspect of life. Like all of the Vedic lore is connected to the different aspects of the creation. Like Vedas touch upon everything. In Atharva Veda, there are mention of several herbs and several type of medical treatments. And then later on, as in Upaveda, Ayurveda has evolved. Mainly focusing on how to maintain your health. So half part of it is of well-being, and half part of it is the science of how to deal with the sickness. Like when you are sick, there is an intelligent way to deal with the sickness. It is not just deal with right now whatever symptom is there and get off with it. You need to find out why this happened, go to the root of the condition and regain the balance. Health is balance. And the first part is the well-being. That is called Swastha Vrta. Swastha means healthy. If you go into a deeper definition, Swast means Tiyade Idi Swastha. That means one who is established in the self is called Swastha. It is not that health is not a mere absence of disease. It is not that if everything is okay in the body, you are healthy. You need to be established in the self. But generally when we talk about like I am not well, we refer to body. When your mind is not well, we don't say I am not well. We don't recognize or realize that I am not well. But both are equally important. Only when your body and mind are balanced, only then you can be established in the self. When you are established in the self, then your attitude is different, your perception is different, the way you deliver your actions are different. So Swastha Vrta is the disciplines of life which will help your body to attain optimal health. It includes diet, it includes deed, and very elaborately seasonal changes, all that comes under this. And second part is called Atura Vrta. For some reason you have suffering, your body is suffering or your mind is suffering, there is some imbalance. How to bring it back? That is what this aspect of the science is dealing with. See, body has a tendency to initially to grow and then sustain for some time and then go to aging. Because the nature of body is like that. Shiryate anena iti sharira. That means what is prone to decay, is called the body. The body is prone to decay. So that awareness is important. But actually 120 years is the lifespan. We also meet people who are 108 years, 110 years. So that is our capability. But body has to be healthy and in good fitness. Otherwise, living that much years doesn't have any sense. So for this, you need to follow the disciplines of the body. And see, our everything, this we have told that life exists, evolves. For that to happen, it is flowing into each other. The whole body is made up of 5 elements. Not only body, any matter is made up of 5 elements. The earth, water, fire, air and space. And whatever we see outside in the universe is also made up of 5 elements. That is why it is called prapancha. It is made up of, pancha means 5. It is made up of 5 elements. So whole universe is made up of 5 elements. At the same time, every single cell or atom in your body is also made up of 5 elements. So there is, it is said that yat pinte tad brahmande. It means what is in this body is there in the universe also, or whatever is, as is the macrocosm, so is the microcosm. So it is continuous interaction with the nature what is happening. The body is continuously in interaction with the nature, to the surroundings, and through the food we eat, through the breath we take in, and through the thoughts it is there. So once there is harmony in all this, when we are living with the nature, then there is harmony in all this. And when there is overindulgence or wrong indulgence with the surroundings or food or thoughts or anything which is cognized through the senses, when there is a wrong indulgence, then it comes as a dis-ease. Then you are not living in tune with the nature. So the rule to be healthy, rule to be well, rule to wellness, very simple: live in tune with the nature. So live in tune with the nature means there should be so much awareness. Usually what happens when we have food or when we are doing the daily activities, either we are not aware, mechanically we do things, or sometimes we do wrong things which we know is not good for us, but you end up doing it because of ignorance. So this science takes you to a higher level where there is an awareness created, and then you know to make use of this science to improve your life. The basic reason for this imbalance, the balance means the 5 elements we told, it's everything in the life is the play of these 5 elements. If we can like little more concise, we say these 5 elements we can tell as 3 doshas or 3 humors. It is called vata, pitta and kapha. Air and space become vata, water and fire becomes pitta, and earth and water becomes kapha. For more understanding, function-wise, it is easy to look into the 5 elements as 3 doshas. These are called 3 doshas. And when these 3 doshas are in balance, then you are in balance. When there is any imbalance, it will come out either through the body or through the mind, because we have only 2, like body and mind, to express or manifest anything. So, and also these are so closely connected also. Body and mind is so closely connected. We cannot think of health or balance without considering both. Like for a small example, we know when you are angry, suddenly your body becomes hot or it becomes red. So that means anything in your mind immediately expresses through the body. When you are fearful, your hand shakes. So there is immediate response in the body. So it is so closely connected. So when you think about correcting or balancing anything in the body, we have to think about correcting the mind also. Actually, body follows the mind. But body is also equally important. Suppose we are addressing only the mind, body may not cooperate. Body is very important tool in a person. It is said, Shariram Adyam Khalu Dharma Sadhana. That means body is an important tool for you to achieve your dharma. Dharma means the goal in the life. What is the goal in the life? Like in a gross way we can say Purushartha, that means Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Dharma is everything which we do for fulfilling your duties. Like you take care of your body, you take care of your people around your family, your society. That is all your dharma. You do something for the society, all that. And second type of activity is whatever you do to earn the resources to carry out your dharma. That is called artha. You go for job, whatever you do to earn the resources comes under this category. And the third category of activity is in which you sensory gratification. Like you watch a movie, you have ice cream, all that come under this. So this is the third type of activity, all the five senses. And there is a fourth type of activity called moksha, like to have freedom. Freedom from whatever is bothering you. There are 100 things. So your vrittis of the mind, all that is a bondage. Whatever is bondage, you getting freedom from that is called moksha. So you do several activities for that. You meditate, you do yoga and breathing, you listen to knowledge, all that comes under this activity. And you need a healthy body to do all these activities. When you are ill, when you have any discomfort, you cannot do any of this, or you cannot do it perfectly. You cannot do it with optimal health. That is why body is important, and that is why health is important. It is not that when your mind is all right, okay, it is okay even if my body is not well. Of course, when you are through the mind also you can transcend the diseases or illnesses in the body. But it is a good idea if you keep your body also to the optimal health. Honor the body because it is the only tool you have to carry out, to live this life. You are living in this body. When you do not have body, you cannot do whatever you want. You can just desire. And mind also, see, manyate anena iti manaha. That means whatever you perceive, through what you perceive, that is mind. So you perceive the whole world through the mind. And whatever you want to put out also, mind takes the decision. So mind has equal importance in when you dwell in the life. That's why these two are equally important, both for swasthya, to maintain the health, and also when you are ill. Unless your mind is settled, never healing happens. And mind is considered, when mind is considered, the three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas is considered. The more sattva you have, your mind is clearer and your intellect is more clear and your decision making skills are more, and your output in the life is better when you have sattvic quality higher. And when there is rajas in the system, it affects the mind. A rajasic mind will have restlessness, and also it reflects on the body also. It creates inflammation, and it will not allow these certain systems to function. Same with tamasic quality. When tamasic quality is more, again there is extra growths in the body, and your whatever certain functions do not function optimally. So these three gunas in the mind also affects the body. And there is another, considering the mind, there is another beautiful story. This is also connected to how Ayurveda has evolved. Usually all the Vedic sciences, sometimes you feel it is contradictory and it leaves you with questions. It's very enchanting to know that and ponder upon. So this story goes like this. Once Devas and Asuras, that is gods and demigods, they were once looking for Amrit, the nectar. So this nectar is something which will help you to the illicit. This will something which will help you to live long life. So together they were churning the milky ocean. Lot of herbs were put into the ocean and churning started happening. So one side gods and one side demigods. They churned the milky ocean. Ocean is huge. You need a long rope to churn the ocean. So they used the serpent god Vasuki to churn the ocean. And as the axle in between, they used Lord Kurma. It's Vishnu, Mahavishnu has come as in the form of turtle. So this was, Meru. They used Meru mountain. Meru mountain as the axle, and this Mahavishnu has come to support the axle not to fall. So churning was happening, thousands of years the churning happened. And so many things evolved out of the Milky Ocean. First, a poison called Hala Hala came, and Lord Shiva just took it, and it got stuck in his neck. That's why he is called Neelakanda, the one with blue color. And then lot of good things came. The wish-fulfilling tree came, then white elephant came, there is a horse, Uchchaishrava's white horse has come out. So many good things also come out. Goddess Lakshmi was reborn again and came to Vishnu. All these things happened, but they continued churning. And at the end, because they did not get stuck in these good things or bad things, they just kept on churning, and at the end, Lord Dhanvantari came, evolved with a pot of nectar. And so this is how the story goes. So actually when you hear stories, we hear it as a story and we say, oh, how can this happen? Lot of questions come. So that is the beauty of Vedic wisdom. It creates a lot of inquisitiveness inside you, and it makes your brain, it gives a lot of exercise to the brain. If you go to a linear science, there is no exercise to the brain. You just learn it A to Z. There is nothing more than that. But this science make you think. Ayurveda also is like that. It makes you think. That is why in this thing I saw, it is enchanting science. Of course, it is an enchanting science. So the real meaning of the story is there are positive and negative in our mind. But everybody has that spiritual quest inside that, no, something which is so beneficial to my life is there. So you do not know to attain it, you work to attain it. So somebody told you, okay, you do this, you will attain. Maybe your master come and tell you, you do this, you attain. So this churning happened, and that rope is awareness. With awareness only you can cross the positive and negative. You become aware, okay, these positive qualities are there, these negative qualities are there. And the Meru mountain is stability. You need to be stable. And the Kurma is turtle. It draws all its limbs inside and head inside. So similarly, there is a say over your senses. When you want, you don't indulge in the world. You take your sense out inside. Like when you do meditation, you go into samadhi, you need to take your senses inside. So this is what the story depicts. And when you are on the path, when you are on quest, good things come up, something toxicity also come up, and then later good things come up. You don't stop there, you continue your quest, and at the end you achieve. That is the story behind it. So wherever, if you see, if you go to an Ayurvedic place, you can see this. This story is how Dhanvantari, the Lord of Ayurveda, has come up with the nectar. So actually this science is like a nectar. So maybe if you come for that Vedic wisdom, we have a program, there we will explore more. There are so many things to explore, and like what happens in the body, how the body functions. Usually we think, no, there are several systems, blood flows, like food get digested, toxins get eliminated, but who does this? You are not doing it. You are happily doing something else. But your breath is moving in, exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide is happening, the food you take, digestion, everything is happening. But there is a life force inside you which carries out all this. There are 5 types of prana, and there is 5 types of fire which is working, there is 5 types of moisture which is working on you. All these things maybe some other time we can take up.
We have a few questions also, Didi. So, the first one is, what is the relevance of Ayurveda in our daily lives? Like in our day-to-day lives, how does Ayurveda benefit us?
See, the part of Ayurveda called Swastha that helps us in our daily life. Like very simple thing, no? There is, you sleep whichever time you want, and you eat whichever time you want. But body has an inbuilt clock. Body has a natural rhythm. Everything is in a rhythm. Universe is in a rhythm. The seasons come and go. Certain seasons, some flowers come, some fruit come. So everything is happening in a rhythm. And your body also has a rhythm. Like if you are a normal person following at least this little routine, your body feels sleepy at same time. You wake up at same time. You feel hungry at same time. That means body has a rhythm on its own. If you fall into that, then you are living with the nature. If you are not falling into that, initially you have immunity, it will cope up with it, but at the end your body is confused and your mind is confused. Then lot of problems will come. So to know this, see, certain time is designed for certain things. Like early morning is the time of Vata. That is the time you are alert, and it is connected with your like lungs and kidney. So that is the time the detox happens. And sleep time is the time when the liver get detoxed. So once you know this, then if you fall into the rhythm, then the body also fall into rhythm.
Didi, we have heard about Ashtanga Ayurveda. What is it? Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Ashtanga Ayurveda is different branches of Ayurveda. So the first one is called Kaya Chikitsa. It is general medicine. It deals with diseases, systemic diseases, whatever diseases happens to your internal organs. So Kaya means body, and Kaya also means Agni, the fire in the system. So all the diseases which is connected with metabolism falls under this category. So this is the generally, maybe we can compare with general medicine. So this is Kaya Chikitsa, and Bala Chikitsa is the second one. This is pediatrics. But pediatrics includes child also, obstetrics, gynecology, obstetrics also. And you have to think of your child before the child is born. So when you prepare to get a child only, you need to prepare yourself. Both the partners prepare themselves so that the body has a optimum health, and the quality of the ovum and quality of the sperm is considered, and the kshetra shuddhi, the quality of the uterus is considered, and this will help you to get a healthy progeny. So it starts from there. Instead of after the child is born, you wait till the child gets something, you plan. You have to get a healthy offspring. So this is Bala Chikitsa. And then there is Graha Chikitsa. It is connected with the psychiatric aspect. How your mind can get like different type of obsessions, different type of like depression, anxiety, mood disorders, all that. the branch dealing with that is called Graha Chikitsa. And Urdhvanga Chikitsa is there, ENT, ophthalmology, all the diseases above the neck. This is one branch. And then Shalya Chikitsa is there, surgical conditions are there. Like surgery is advised. If something is not palatable, which is not compatible to your body, which acts as a foreign object, it is advisable to remove it from the body. That is the branch of surgery. And father of surgery is Sushruta. So he is considered the father of surgery. And there are a lot of mentions about surgical interventions. And like very, very refined way of surgery is also mentioned in the scriptures, like plastic surgery, grafting from the leg and rebuilding the nose. Maybe those days war was there. I don't know. Eye surgeries are mentioned. That is the next branch. Shalakya is the branch where, like, we talked about it. In ophthalmology also, cataract was removed surgically. So Shalya, and then Vishachikilsa, toxicology is there. If there is toxins in the body caused from external factors or internal factors, how to remove it and how to deal with it. And the roots of cancer goes into toxicology, toxins in the body. And there is Jara, that is geriatrics, science of geriatrics, very well developed science of geriatrics. And there is Vrisha Chikitsa, that is aphrodisiacs, how to increase the virility. And also, again, this is also again to get a healthy offspring. So these are the Ashtanga, 8 branches of Ayurveda. But even though it is 8 branches, no, it is never compartmentalized. It is very, every branch is again holistic.
So we get to learn about these aspects in the Vedic wisdom also.
Vedic wisdom, we will get to learn about something very interesting, like as I mentioned, no? And also like how these imbalances are formed is very, very interesting to notice. Through the senses. See, all the reasons for the imbalance can be divided into 3. One is your indulgence, wrong indulgence through the senses. Like it's so obvious, you have cold and you eat 3 ice creams, you get an infection. So this is one, through all the senses. Senses are there for you to enjoy the world, but there is a limit for everything. You should know how much is limit and how much is overindulgence. And like you are playing video game all the time, it's misuse of your eyes. And after 2-3 days, you know how you will feel. You crash. Your mind is in a very disturbed state, and your body is very restless. You can't sleep. People come, I can't sleep. I'm wide awake till 4 o'clock, like that. So senses, through the senses. And then second is mistake of intellect. So you knowingly, you know this is not good for you. Knowingly you do something which will influence you. And the third is parinama, or kala, we say time. It may be your time, the influence of some planet, or it can be like time of the year. In monsoon, maybe your body goes through an imbalance. Or it can be the time of your age also. Like when you are very old, you get a joint, your joint doesn't cooperate. You have dis-ease with your joints. So time has that factor. But something very interesting to note in Ayurveda is it gives equal importance to free will and destiny. When this science is delivered, the free will is given importance. Because otherwise you will have a tendency, no, anyway my life is predestined. Why should I do this? Why should I eat well? But it's also said it has a little upper hand. Your free will has a little upper hand. It is said Bali Purushakaro hi Devamapyadivartade. That means Devam means destiny. Purushakara means your activity, like what you do, what you decide and do, your free will. So your free will has a little upper hand above your destiny. Now this is a common question people have, no? People say, okay, if my life is destined, if I am going to get this, then why should I follow a disciplined life? If you follow a disciplined life, if you really put your mind into it, then you can get over that. There are so many fascinating aspects which will be very interesting for a sadhak, for a meditator especially. So we have a Vedic wisdom on 21st of August, extending up to 18th of September. So I see you there. If you are interested, come, we'll have a good chit-chat, more chit-chat about it.